Are you tired of constantly staying late at work? Then join me for this video to discover the secret of how to leave work on time by mastering the art of setting boundaries effectively in the workplace. Hello and welcome to the Unapologetically Authentic Leadership channel. I'm Brooke Bernard, your transformational leadership coach. This space is all about empowering high-achieving women in leadership to be their authentic selves. And if you're new here, my mission is to empower you to reach your full potential by being true to who you are and not who you're expected to be. And get ready for support, validation, and resources to help you navigate those daily leadership challenges. So in a TEDx talk from March 2022, Woody Burrich said that our boundaries are our authentic yes or authentic no. And boundaries are how we validate that internally and how we vocalize it externally. And boundaries can be set around all kinds of things. How you prefer to depart at the end of the workday, how you want to receive feedback, how you prefer to receive recognition. What does it mean when your door is closed? Is that an invitation to knock, or is that a clear message, do not disturb? It's how you want to spend your lunch hour. It's whether or not you check email outside of work hours. Boundaries are crucial for protecting our time, our energy, and our well-being, allowing us to be our best selves at work and at home. And we are able to be the high-performing leaders that we are when we have prioritized the time necessary to recharge. So everyone needs boundaries. We all need to identify the boundaries that we want to set. And our boundaries might be really different than our leaders' boundaries or our colleagues' boundaries. It's very personal. But here are some really good examples to get you thinking. So first example, are you a person who prefers to depart promptly at the end of your workday? Or are you someone who likes to hang around for an additional 10 to 15 minutes to be social with your colleagues? In some seasons of life, those casual chats at the end of the workday might be something you really look forward to because you don't get time to connect during the day. So maybe that's how you build your relationships and enjoy the wonderful humans you work with. In other seasons of life, your priority might be going to that spin class as part of your self-care, or maybe picking up your kids from school, or leaving to go take care of an elderly member of your family that relies on you. We all have really different needs. So it's so important to share your boundaries out loud with the people that you work with. Our second example of a boundary you can set is around recognition. Are you someone who prefers public recognition or private recognition? Are you someone that prefers a written note or being taken out for coffee or maybe a special reward? What new boundary will you set this week to prioritize your well-being? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Woody Burrich also recognized the role of privilege in boundary setting in the workplace, and that for anyone who holds any marginalized identities, trying to assert what you need at work can be intimidating, especially if we don't feel supported or valued or like we belong. And I love what she said. Privilege is a systemic issue, and systemic issues need a collective response. And I don't have the magic answer to how to navigate this, but from experience, I know it's important to find allies and advocates that can help you process and strategize the most effective ways to approach any challenge in the workplace, including how to set boundaries with your manager, with your colleagues, with your direct reports. And next we're going to talk about how to identify your boundaries. A good place to start with this is by reflecting on your values. What do you hold most dear? Because when we are living our lives in alignment with our values, we achieve fulfillment. And I am suggesting that you make a list of all the things in your life that you don't want to miss. So important events or moments that you don't want to miss because you're at work. And your values will help you gain clarity as you are building this list. And if you're thinking to yourself, Brooke, I don't know what my values are. Generally speaking, I know I value things, but if I had to name my top 5 right now, I don't know that they'd actually be my top 5, right? I don't have that information right now. Well, what I would highly recommend, take advantage of the free mini course that I always link in my description box. It is really, really important to just give yourself some time to reconnect with yourself and actually do an exercise that forces you to focus in on what you value. And those things change over time, but the core of who we are, our authentic selves, is directly linked to what we value most. So do yourself a favor and just invest some time in yourself. Learn about who you are, why you love yourself, why you value the things you do, and then come back and make your list. As you're making your list, I want you to be thinking, what is most important to you? Think about the person that you aspire to be and the life that that version of you is living. What behaviors or actions are they prioritizing in their life? Because you need to start living those behaviors and actions today if you want to become that aspirational version of you in the future. And with setting boundaries, consistency is key. Remember, we are constantly teaching people what to expect from us and how to interact with us. And like any new behavior change, we need to remind ourselves and others around us of our new boundaries. And then we need to be consistent in maintaining them. Consistency is a form of repetition, and repetition is how human beings integrate new information into how they understand and perceive the world around them. So help your manager, help your colleagues, help your direct reports to better understand who you are and what you value by learning your boundaries. And now we're going to talk about the secret to leaving work on time. You have to prioritize your personal commitments like you would your work commitments. Schedule them immediately following work so you are forced to leave on time. This will keep you accountable and demonstrate consistently to everyone at work that you leave on time. And consistency and accountability are the most important aspect in owning your schedule competently. And this tip is something that I learned from a friend of mine who was the master of leaving work on time. She was very clear at the end of the workday that she had places to go and commitments to keep. She scheduled all of her routine weekly appointments and meetings and events right after work. So she knew she had to leave, and everyone else knew, oh, she has to go. And no one questioned it. And we're talking chiropractic appointments, exercise classes, her therapy appointments, events she was going to. I was always so impressed by the richness of her personal life. But it doesn't have to be those same things for you. It could be that you're going, again, like maybe you have kids, maybe you need to pick them up from school. Or maybe you need to go and make dinner because you have plans and people are coming over that night. And so you have a social event that you are responsible for. And responsibility is something you value, so you're going to leave so you can make sure that you do that well. And people will be like, oh yeah, she's responsible, so she's going to go and she's going to do this. And it'll be something that they respect about you and something that they honor because you teach them time and time again, this is who you are, this is what you're doing, and that you are equally valuing your personal commitments as much as your work commitments. So when I grow up, I want to be like my friend all the time. I aspire to have her level of confidence around fully owning her schedule, her time, her life. She's one of my superheroes. So now that I've shared her secret with you, I hope that you're able to also have that same level of choice over your own schedule and your own time, and help really set that boundary at work, and maybe even be the person who models that for other people so that they can feel empowered to also leave work on time and prioritize their own personal commitments. You might just be the one. There's always got to be someone who starts it. So maybe you can start that very healthy, very positive trend in your workplace. And as I wrap up this video, I want you to remember that setting boundaries is not selfish in any area of your life. And in the workplace, it is wise because it allows you to perform at your highest level and be the professional and the leader that you want to be, because you can show up as your best self. And that's at work and at home, because the focus of this video is not who you are in your home life. However, if you are feeling drained coming out of your work environment, I know you're not going to be able to show up as your best self at home, and I know that that's important. So I want that for you. I want you to have the space and the energy to recharge and enjoy all the things in life that bring you happiness and peace. Take care of yourself. Set your boundaries. And then do the kind thing and gently remind others of those boundaries. Thank you for spending time with me today and being part of our community. Please like the video to support the growth of authentic female leaders worldwide. And if you're seeking personalized guidance and support, please connect with me to learn more about private coaching. I promise, together we can level up your leadership. And until next time, stay true to yourself, lead with purpose, and thank you for watching.